everything Georgia.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon E, and we're here on 910 Sports, Season 2, Episode 16. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity once again to come on here this morning. I got my co-host, Jacob the great in the building, and we got special guests. I'm always happy when these brothers come on. One half of CEV Sports. The Philly podcast. They do all kind of stuff, man. So they the ones that gave me my first shot when I came in and I started doing this. Eric, I don't even want to mess with your last name. I'm just gonna say Eric. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I let him pronounce it. I already want to mess his last name, but yeah, my man Eric, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, fellas? Good to be back with you.
Yes,
What's
sir.
happening? What's happening? Today is the day.
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
Yes, sir. Hey, now, before we get all the way into this, I just remiss if I don't say this. I was watching Caleb Williams last night, and to me, when they talk about hype and players being hyped, it's no hype around this guy. I've never seen an arm this strong. The way this guy scrambles around out of the pocket and can throw the ball down at 40, 50 yards down the field with a straight missile, and almost on point every single time when he throws the ball was ridiculous to me. I know they lost the game last night, but I'm super impressed by this young man. Super impressed. I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh yeah, he that deal. He that deal. But I will say, man, it's a lot of college quarterbacks that's that deal. So the NFL better listen, man. It's gonna be some teams that get some good players out the draft this coming season, man. Just all the way around the board because, man, it seems like these college players, they ain't slacking at all. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, you're right. Caleb Williams, oh, yeah, he that deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that are going to be looking over their shoulder, especially the guys who were just drafted last year. It wasn't a great quarterback draft. It wasn't great. Nobody came in and lit the world on fire and started right away. So, when you got guys like you said, like Caleb, and you got guys like Bryce Young getting ready to come out in a strong class, some of these guys that were highly talented last year are going to be relegated backup roles already.
Yeah.
Right. And we definitely can't get about C.J. Stroud.
Stroud's really good. Stroud is really good also.
Yeah. So anyway, I know we don't got you on here for long today. Hopefully everybody else can get on here or whatever and chime in here soon. But we want to kind of get into it and kind of break down, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of unusual how we do things. Okay. What's up, brother? What's up, Chris?
What's up, gentlemen?
How you doing?
Chris, good morning, Chris.
TV Sports Network. Chris in the building. I got his Eagles hat on or whatever. I told him, I said Steve had a Christmas Halloween party last night. So I don't know if he's going to make it on in or not, because when Steve and them party, they party. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably looking at doing some of the Braves losing as well.
Yeah, exactly. I said, I want you to get at him because of that too, but hopefully, y'all going to have to maybe do it at another time because I'm not sure if he's going to make it on or not. But anyway, we get into this. We get to go ahead and get into the Eagles and the Cowboys game. Because I know Eric said he had to get up out of here. He couldn't stay on the time, so I wanted to get his perspective on it, and especially with Jacob. I'm going to let y'all kind of go at it. Start off. I'll let you start it off, Jacob, and then say what your spiel, and you and Eric, Chris go at it.
Well, man, this is the moment that I believe the whole entire NFL have waited for, and we're here. And so, this is bigger than the Chiefs and the Bills. This is like total chaos, total pandemonium, man. Like this is like when everybody plays.
Hold on, Jacob. Steve, show your face, brother. No, this is not one of these mornings. Show your face, brother. We need to see you on camera this morning, brother. Go ahead, Jacob.
So this is like total chaos, total pandemonium, man. This is like the height when we used to be kids and wanted our parents to pay for pay-per-view when it was Stone Cold going against The Rock, was it when it was Triple H going against, Cactus Jack, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? So this is what this is. So man, the Philly and Cowboys game, it's a lot of hype, man, and it's a lot of hype behind Philly hasn't seen a defense like the Cowboys defense, and the Cowboys hasn't seen an offense like the Philly offense. So I think that on the offensive side of the ball, Cooper Rush can only just manage the game, to me, in my opinion. He can manage the game. At best he'll if he have a good game, and at best he'll throw for about 180, 188 at best. At worst he'll throw for about 120 yards. But it's gonna be a challenge to see how the Cowboys offensive line can block the defensive line of those Eagles, because they coming. You know what I mean? And so it's just gonna be interesting to me to see what, because D is gonna be put to the test to see if he really can cover, or is he gonna gamble? You know what I mean? Because Diggs is a gambler. He hasn't been gambling as much this year, but he still likes to gamble. So it's definitely gonna be a test, and it's definitely gonna be a test between the offensive coordinators and the defensive coordinators, man. So I just think it's gonna be just all around great ball game, and it's gonna be way more than people expected. That's just my take on it.
All right.
What you think, Eric?
Well, I mean, Jacob's right. It's this is like the game of the week. It's the one of the best rivalries in football. There's no doubt about that. I think it does kind of lose its luster a little bit because we don't have Dak Prescott playing. But like he said, Cooper Rush, he's led them, and I know that there's people that say he hasn't because he's not technically a good quarterback, as they like to say. But they're 4-1. They've been right there in the division with the Eagles, who are, they are 5-0. You can't take that away from them. But yeah, it's going to come down to what is that defense going to do for Dallas? Like, can they hold back and stop Jalen Hurts, who has just been really awesome all year long? I mean, last week not so much, but he's improved his game. He's totally improved his game, which is all Chris and I have been talking about for a while. Like, we just wanted to see him prove us wrong. Like, learn to read a defense, make better decisions passing the football. And for the most part, he's done that. He's really turning into a complete quarterback. And to see what the Dallas defense is going to do to try and contain him, along with the running game, and basically A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, like Dallas has their defense has their work cut out for him today.
Right.
So what about you, Chris? What's your thoughts on this?
All right. Well, I just loved how DeMarcus Lawrence handled himself with his interview the other day. It was phenomenal, and I loved it. You're just given you don't need to make it, but you're just given bulletin board material in the NFL. That's all you're doing. And Jacob had alluded to that. Dallas's defense hasn't played Philadelphia's offense. Well, how about Dallas's offense hasn't really played a really good defense? Like, Philadelphia is fourth, Dallas is third, Philadelphia is fourth. So I think what gets lost in the mix is because Dallas has Micah Parsons, who, let's calm down on the Lawrence Taylor. He's a phenomenal player. He's he's the best player in the NFL. He's not on the Lawrence Taylor level yet. He disappeared in the Giants game. I think it was DeMarcus Lawrence who had a huge game that game. These guys are disappearing in certain points of the season, and you can't have that. You can't have that on Sunday Night Football against the Eagles. You can't. Listen, we all know how good the Eagles' offensive line is. It's far and above the best it's been probably since the Super Bowl winning season. You know, Jalen Hurts is picking his spots to run. You know, when they played Jacksonville had a really good defense, and you saw what we did to them. We saw what our defense did. We created 5 turnovers against them. And before anyone says anything about the weather, Eagles played in the same weather, so I don't want to hear that the elements had anything to do with Jacksonville's 5 turnovers. Jalen Hurts and Eagles played in the same exact weather, so for me, I think it's going to be tonight's game is going to come down to execution. It might even come down to special teams. I think our special teams is better than. I think our special teams is better because I feel like our kicker is a little bit, as long as he's playing, is a little bit more better than Brett Maher. You guys signed that kick returner from the USFL, and he was supposed to be the next, Eric Metcalf or Dante Hall, and he hasn't been really able to do anything. He hasn't been able to get going. We'll see if anything happens tonight with it, but I think it's going to be like a 27-20 game. Like it's going to be one of those. It's not while everyone wants to sit there and give Cooper Rush all the credit and maybe take a little thing, they take something off of Dak. Let's see what Cooper Rush can do in a game where you have to have a shootout, like where your defense isn't playing up to par. And I don't think Cooper Rush can do that. Or I'm sorry, Cooper Brady. Cooper Brady. Because I'm tired of the Tom Brady comparisons. Like he's 4-0.
What?
He gets the Tom Brady comparisons because he's what's he 5-0 as a starter? Yeah, I'll send you some of the stuff on social media.
I mean, Chris, listening to people who know sports and listening to people who just are ignorant to knowing anything about sports is 2 different things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I find it hilarious. And listen, anytime that I can take a dig and a cut at the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to.
Okay. And for you to say Michael Parsons didn't show against the Giants game, I don't know if you was out there on tour Stevie Wonder or where you was at America Got Talent and you was the world's greatest Philadelphia comedian or I'm not understanding.
Why?
I'm not understanding, man. Philly hasn't seen a player like Michael Parsons in their life.
We've seen him twice.
Yeah,
twice. He had 0 tackles in the Giants game. He had 0. He didn't have 1. He didn't have an assist. He had 0. In case you saw that, that's 0.
It makes no difference, man. It makes no difference. The Giants took a L, and they just was eating a bowl of L's,
And I said, DeMarcus Lawrence balled. DeMarcus Lawrence had 3 sacks. I sat there and I just said I was giving DeMarcus Lawrence the props, and I was taken away. And he didn't really show up in the Cincinnati Bengals game either.
But without no Parsons, the defense don't run. Like he's put an uproar in their defense where everybody want to eat.
Yeah, but in games he has to all right. So he puts up stats. He put up stats. How many times did he hit Tom Brady?
Bro, but you got to ask yourself.
How many times But they lost by 16 points.
How many times is he going to hit Jalen Hurts? That's what you got to ask yourself. You got to see how many ace band-aids that you got in your closet that you can take him to, the stadium and so you can pamper him and, so he's the next coming of Donovan McNabb, not nowhere close.
He's in his 3rd year.
Okay. So do you want to cook it because he's just in his 3rd year? I mean,
and you want to sit there and say that Micah Parsons is the next Lawrence Taylor? It's the most ridiculous statement I think I've ever heard.
I've never said that. That's what they said. The experts that write and those people who been sports writers for the last 30 years. So I mean, I don't know. That's what they said.
Yeah, well, they're dummies.
I look at it like this. I'll put it to you like this. I've said that I think he has traits of Lawrence Taylor, but I would not yet disrespect Lawrence Taylor like that, because we talking
That's my
about
point.
10 years of like straight excellence, or whatever, and the way he impacted the game was like no other player I've ever seen in NFL history. I think him on the defensive side of the ball, him and Deion Sanders, to me, had the biggest impact I've ever seen just watching with my own two eyes. I can't go back to the players before that, but just by watching every Sunday, him and nobody had the impact on the defensive side of the ball like Deion. I mean, you could say Reggie White, you could say others, but Lawrence Taylor and Deion Sanders, to me, had the biggest two impacts I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were animals.
Yeah, as far as the game today, I really believe that it's really going to come down to if the Cowboys have to play from behind, because the thing about it, because if the Cowboys can pin their ears back because they get up 14-0 or 17-0 or something like that. The one thing I heard, I forgot who the commentator was. He said basically, if the Cowboys have to know that you have to throw the ball on 3rd and 10 every time, it's nothing happening. It's nothing you can do. It's like once DeMarcus Lawrence, once Micah Parsons, once even Armstrong, once they get going on that, and they know you have to throw the ball on 3rd down, it's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. I don't care how good your offensive line is, you're not stopping them 3 guys from getting to that quarterback. Now, but if it stays close game like 17-14 or 6-3, something like that, late in the game or whatever, if Eagles basically keep it within distance where they can still use their running game, then I think it's going to be hard, not just on the Cowboys defense to kind of like contain them, but it's also because they can use because their running game is so tricky. It's also going to be hard on Cooper Rush, because now because the one thing about Cooper Rush that we, like you said, Chris, we haven't really seen him play quarterback. We've seen him manage the game. We haven't really seen him play quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had him make big throw after big throw, throw the ball for 250, 300 yards. We haven't seen that yet. You know what I'm saying? Until we see that yet, we can't really say, okay, let's just say they win today. Do you still not put Dak Prescott back out there? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So, Crystal, Steve, any of y'all got any comments on this game?
I got the Eagles. I don't think Dallas has played anybody.
With prediction yet. We talking about, we just breaking it down right now.
What?
Ain't doing prediction. I said we ain't doing the prediction part yet.
I mean, was I talking or did I stop? Was I talking or was it?
My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Ooh, quite spicy this morning. Go ahead, Chris.
So I have the Eagles because I feel like they probably have the best offensive line in the league, or at least top 5. I don't know what the stat is. I ain't looked it up, but I think they have a really good offensive line. I think it'll be the best offensive line that Dallas defense has played thus far. And I don't think Dallas is really. I don't think Eagles have really played anybody, but Dallas hasn't either. And everybody's hyped on Dallas. And I don't think Cooper Rush can. He's a game manager, just like you said, Jacob. I don't think he can go and win you the game. If you need him to go and get you a touchdown to win, I don't think he can do it. I think, like you said, about playing from ahead, that'll be better for Dallas. But yeah, I don't see them winning this one. Maybe they beat them at the end of the season, but I don't see them beating them in this one right here, though.
Okay. Steve, you there yet? Oh, he's still trying to.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Good morning. Good morning to everybody except for Philadelphia Phillies fan. If you're a Phillies fan,
wow.
Damn yeah.
Don't be butthurt. Take that tomahawk, turn it upside down, and take the L. It's okay.
I'll go back and cry. I'll go back and cry to my ring. Y'all better win one. Y'all done took us out. Y'all better win one. That's all I'm saying. Go win it all. Go win it all and bring it back to me. I'll just leave it at that, man. Good luck. Y'all won. Y'all kicked our ass, man. Good luck. I'm a Phillies fan the rest of the week. How about that?
Now, look at you being the bigger man.
Hey man, I got to. In baseball, it's no flukes. Like you got 3, 5 games to do your thing. I mean, they out hit us, they out pitched us. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all got it. They were hot team. We caught the hot team. Remember when I talked about with being hot with the Eagles? Are the Eagles peaking too fast? You got to be hot in late November and early December when it comes to football. The Eagles been real hot. They've been real good, but you got to be worried about the injury bug. You got to be worried about, I guess, players just kind of getting complacent. You got a lot of rookies making a lot of big plays, man. Shout out to Big Jordan Davis, 99, or Big 90. He making plays in the middle of the field. The Kobe Dean, I haven't really seen the Kobe too much. I don't know what he's really doing. I don't think he's on the field as much as I thought he would be, but that's all right. As far as Dallas goes, do you trust Cooper Rush? Me personally, I say yes. I trust him. I've seen 6 games, 5 games. I don't need to see nothing else. If he wins this game, I think they should hurry up and trade him. Trade Dak Prescott and keep Cooper Rush. Get that contract out of your organization if you can.
Blah blah blah.
I'm telling you, Jacob, you gotta get rid of Dak.
No,
you don't need him. You don't need Dak Prescott.
Man, you just worry about them Atlanta Crows down there, man.
Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I got to step out. I'll be back.
Okay.
I just don't understand, Steve, man. Like you always talking about get rid of Dak, and
because I've seen what that quarterback. I've seen what that quarterback contract that size can do to your team.
But
I've seen it, bro. I watched the Atlanta Falcons overpay Matt Ryan for the last 4 years. Y'all going down that same path. Don't do it.
Okay, if you say so. But anyway, man, to have Cooper Rush do what? Manage your game, bro.
He's been managing it. Y'all have won the last.
Okay.
Because of their defense.
Boy. The defense
ain't going nowhere. Your defense ain't going nowhere.
Did nothing.
Trade Dak Prescott and get more defense.
Cooper Rush ain't did nothing to amount to diddly squat, man. This is grade A BS at its best. You can put some grits on top of it, eat some bacon with it. It's still BS.
Hear me out. Trade him to the Seattle Seahawks. Get DJ Metcalf back. You give Cooper Rush 2 elite weapons on the outside. Dak Prescott is in Seattle where they can pay him that kind of contract and they need a quarterback. It just makes sense.
It makes sense to you, Steve. No one else. Only you.
Well, let me ask Eric this question, because this is the way I look at it when it comes to the whole Cooper Rush thing. Let me get your opinion on this. If basically we already know Tom Brady, more than likely Tampa's gonna start peaking like Steve said. When you start peaking November, December, we know that's when Tom Brady's teams peak is November, December, when they start playing their best ball. So in the playoffs, if it comes down to a game where it's a Tom Brady type game, or if they have to play with, I don't know, whoever, maybe 1 or 2, let's say Aaron Rodgers and them start clicking, because Aaron Rodgers said reportedly this week he feel like they're going to start going on the road. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So that came out of his own mouth. I don't know if anybody heard him say that. I heard him say it. Come out of his own mouth. He felt like they're going to start going on the road. You know what I'm saying? And I may be paraphrasing, but he pretty much said it that way. So anyway, with the Cowboys almost having high hopes of getting to the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl, could Cooper Rush be capable over Dak Prescott to win those type of games? If not, then you have to go back to Dak Prescott. I'm going to ask Eric what his thinking on that is.
Well, when it comes to the quarterback situation with the Cowboys, I mean, Cooper Rush is doing exactly what he's being asked to do, what his job is. He's going out there, he's playing quarterback, he's managing the game well enough to where they are at a 4-1 record. And you can't look away from that. Like he's doing what your backup is supposed to do. Do I think he's the guy you want to put the game on his shoulders and ask him to make a big play with his arm? I mean, I wouldn't trust him with that. We haven't seen that yet. And to be quite honest with you, I mean, you haven't seen that from Dak Prescott either. Like, he's got the arm strength, he's got the vision, but he hasn't made a big play like that to do anything. So, who they're better with they're better at winning with, in my opinion, playoff time with Dak Prescott than they are Cooper Rush. But neither one of them has shown that they can literally, put the game on their arm and win the big game like come playoff time.
So why pay him $45 million when you could probably pay Cooper Rush 10? That's my whole point. Neither one have shown that they can elevate you to the next level.
It don't matter.
That ain't did it. That ain't took them nowhere.
It don't matter. You ain't Jerry, and they ain't your money. So hush.
I know a bad investment when I see one. It ain't got.
Yeah, okay. I can't tell what you been from Atlanta. I can't tell.
Well,
Atlanta's one of the most prospering cities in the world right now.
Yeah,
Don't start
yeah,
that. You don't want to start with me. You in Saluda. You ain't. What you talking about?
We're talking
we
about sports, Steve. Steve, we're talking about sports. You guys
Like I
always
said,
make bad investments in sports.
I got a championship.
Always make bad investments in sports. How many championships Atlanta has in football, bro? Nada. Goose egg. Easter hunt. No, none.
At least I'm representing where I'm from. You a Dallas Cowboy fan. You ain't never been to a Cowboy game. Stop it. Go on. Let's move on.
Say what you want to say, bro. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan since I was 6 years old. I ain't
Jerry
going nowhere.
don't know you.
So, and the owner don't know you either.
Yeah, I done met Arthur. Jerry don't know you.
Yeah, okay. You can't prove that. We don't know that.
I got pictures with him.
Yeah, okay.
have you had dinner with him?
No, I haven't done that. Not yet. I haven't done that.
Okay.
I got a picture. I got a picture with him shaking his hand though. But I ain't never had dinner with him. Now, Jerry, show me you and Jerry having coffee.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
So let's move on.
I can't say that. You just need to worry about Atlanta Falcons, bro. Because what you say don't matter about the Cowboys. It makes no sense. It don't matter.
Well, here's the thing.
Y'all gonna lose today. I know that.
Yeah, okay.
If
Pray
Dallas,
for it, Steve. So that's what you've been doing. Pray for it.
if when Dak Prescott plays, if they actually handed the ball off, because the one reason why Cooper Rush is having success is because they're running the ball and the defense. And the year that Dak was really good, they ran the ball really well and played defense. And now that you've paid him $45 million or $50 million, obviously you want to see him throw the ball. But if they would go back heavier on the run and not have Dak have to sit in the pocket to figure out who to throw to because he doesn't always know who, they probably would be better. But when they put him back out there, they're going to go back to like really, throwing the ball more and not relying on the run as much. So if they put Dak out there and play him the way that they call to play the way they call for Cooper Rush, they probably be more successful.
Well, you know what I would say, Crystal, to that? I would agree with you, but I'm going to tell you this. I think that Zeke, I think he's unmotivated at this point because he knows they're not going to use him the way they're supposed to. So I think at this point, Zeke is kind of over it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think sometimes if you kind of see his body language, his energy is not even the same as it used to be anymore. So
Well, he old now.
Huh?
He old and beat up.
I mean, that too, but I just
Running
think
back years, that's what I mean.
I just think mentally, I just think he knows like they're not gonna really use me like this. They're gonna give me the ball 10 times a game, and that's about it. And they're not gonna really. So I think he's like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm gonna get my runs in and whatever. Because even when Tony probably get hot here and there, they don't even use them how they're supposed to. But Eric, what was you about to say?
Well, I was actually going to comment on the whole with the running back situation. Like Crystal said, Zeke is beat up. They beat him to death over these last few years, and you can see the decline in him. You can actually see it. And Tony Pollard is actually, even though he's still getting less snap percentages than Zeke, he's more effective. He's been more effective. He's the younger, fresher back, and they have a decent 1-2 punch when it comes to the running back scheme, to the running game. But I agree with you that Zeke's just not. I don't see that. I don't see that fire that he's had over we've seen from him. He's just going through the motions, and this is what it is. I think he realizes, that sooner or later his time is going to be like coming to an end with the Cowboys. They did it with Amari Cooper already, which was a terrible trade if you ask me. They got rid of him for nothing what they gave up for him. And so you got rid of one of your three-headed monster. You got Dak, Zeke, and a Cooper. You got rid of Cooper. He's playing pretty decent with Cleveland. I mean, after all, it's Cleveland. Zeke's just not fumbling around. He's just stumbling around out there doing his thing. And your highest paid player on the team is still out hurt. So things are starting to unravel for them internally, but the funny thing is they're winning games. And I don't know if that's due to quarterback play or the fact that he's just able to manage a game. But somehow they're winning, which is really what it comes down to.
I can say this right here about Zeke, man. Zeke is definitely unhappy, and with being with the Dallas Cowboys organization, he's definitely unhappy. And I don't even see him being with Dallas next year. I see him putting himself back on the market, and I see in him these last 3 or 4 years of his career, he can go somewhere else and help a team out, and he'll go somewhere else and be the old Dak Prescott that we knew. He's just not happy, man. Like, for him to be the type of running back he is, and him not to at least get 20, 25, 20 to 25 touches a game is crazy. And then you can't have Dak throwing the ball 38 to 42 times a game. Bro, no, man, like, that's crazy, man. Like, Dak need to throw the ball at least 20 to 23 times a game at best. Not no 38 to 44 times a game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that here in Philly when they were doing that to Carson Wentz. They were just forcing him just throw the ball. There were some games he had 45 passes in a game. And you can't do that to any quarterback. When you have a good running game, you have to have a decent split or a good ratio to your pass run. But going back to what Steve-O was saying about with Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush, he's saying trade Dak Prescott. They really can't. His dead cap space will hamper them for at least for that one season after you trade him. I mean, you're talking that would probably be close to like the highest dead cap space record ever, which would put them dead in the water for at least a season. I mean, hell, we know that here in Philly when we had that with last year with the whole Carson Wentz stuff, well, not last year, but the year before that. I mean, we were dead in the water. We couldn't spend no money because there was no money to spend. And I don't see Jerry putting himself in a position where he can't spend to make his team better.
Jerry didn't spend this year though, Eric. Jerry literally didn't get no free agent, and that Dak is hurt. So it's just like you're paying that cap, and he's still there. It's the same situation right now. It would be if they would have traded that. Same situation.
But they have guys now that are capable of playing. That's the difference. They have guys that are capable of playing. Like when it happened to the Eagles, we didn't have nobody. We had nobody. We had my high school football team out there. That's the kind of talent that we had. So he's got the guys right now, but if you get rid of him, if you get rid of Dak Prescott, which I think would be a complete mistake for the Dallas Cowboys, because number one,
it was a mistake to sign him to $45 million per year contract.
You could say that was a mistake, but really, what choice did they have?
None, because Jerry put himself in the corner now. That's on Jerry. Jerry did that to himself.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Teams don't win unless you have solidified the most important position on a football team, which is the quarterback position. So if they let Dak walk, where would they be at that point? People can't say, "Oh, Cooper Rush is going to lead them to a 10-5 record," and I mean, you don't know that, but the chances of it, probably not.
Well, if he wins today, his record in the NFL will be 6-0. So I'm just saying, I'm just looking at the numbers, looking at the statistics. For $45 million, you getting the same production from this guy who's making, I think Cooper Rush making 8, maybe 7 or something like that.
Yeah, but I could sit here and say to you, look what happened in Philly. They ran Carson Wentz out of town because fans ran Carson Wentz out of town because of Nick frickin' Foles. What's he done since the Super Bowl?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Popcorn
And people were
overrated popper.
saying,
Nothing.
and people here in Philadelphia were saying that they let the wrong quarterback go.
I
So
think
this,
now. I think only now. This is my opinion. My wife is a Philly fan, so I watch. I'm deeply connected. Like I have to watch every game, just like I watch the Falcons game. I think y'all did Doug Peterson wrong. I think Doug Peterson got shot out of there. He was kind of scapegoated. You know what I mean? Stuff didn't really
I can
work how
go
they
with
thought
that.
it was going to work. He was scapegoated and he was going out. Now, if he got to stay, if you guys would let him kind of go through the motions and stay, I actually think I don't mind the coach that you have now. Don't get me wrong. I just think Doug Peterson's still a better coach, and I think Doug Peterson would have got shipped back right. I just think he was scapegoated, and I think that's where the reset came from. I don't think it came from. And then your defense was letting you down too. Big play Schley was not big play. He was not for a long time. So Brandon Graham, Barnett wasn't really panning out. He was good at first. Rookie year came in. I think y'all won the Super Bowl his rookie year or the second year. After that, what has he really did in the league? So, I mean, the Eagles collapse. I guess you could blame it on the dead Cowboys for picking the wrong quarterback, but I don't think either one of those quarterbacks was really going to be the one that ran Doug Peterson's system if he would have stayed.
Well, the situation with the Eagles after the Super Bowl with the whole Doug Peterson thing. I'm going to say Doug Sirianni. um, that was it's come out since then that Doug Peterson wanted to go all basically like balls in. He wanted to go head first, just keep the train going. And Howie and Jeff wanted to back it up a little bit and kind of reset, retool, and go from there. So when they were on the same page, they split, and that's where the downfall was for Doug. He just wanted to keep going because he felt that they were good enough to keep up with the league while they did this retool. And the word is that Howie and the owner Jeffrey Lurie just they wanted to scale it back and start the wheels moving again in a different direction. So that's where the marriage broke between Peterson and the Eagles.
Gotcha.
So I mean, and that to me kind of sounds like how every NFL team will work. If as long as the owner and GM are on the same page, that's how the ship's going to get steered. That's how they're going to go through the waters. With them leading the way.
But
Coach,
Dallas don't have to worry then because Jerry is the owner and the general manager. So you don't have no checks and balances, right? You know what I mean? They good.
well, they kind of have to worry because what's happened for the last 27 years now. I mean, and I'm not saying that to take a shot at Jacob or Dallas at all,
Pew,
but I mean,
pew, pew.
it's the honest truth. Like Jerry gets in his own way, and it is what it is. Their history is their history. Our history is ours. Atlanta's Atlanta's. And that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
that's just how it
yeah.
rolls.
Yeah,
Well,
Jerry definitely getting his own way all the time.
well,
Oh yeah.
Eric, I don't know if you still got to go or not. So if you do got to go, I want to go ahead and get your prediction on the game. Give me a score. I know you're gonna win. I want to get your score, and then I do want to say, give me one other prediction this week. Do you think CMC is going to get traded into who?
Oh man, that's a good one. There, I know it's local, well not local media, but local podcasters that do Philly stuff and things like that. They all have their theories of how CMC is going to get to the Eagles. I don't see it. I don't see that. I do think he's going to get traded. Where? That's anybody's guess. When you're dealing with a talent like that, it's a crapshoot. It could be a dark horse that comes out of nowhere and offers an astounding deal, and they just go because they want to get out of a bad situation. Um, I do feel he gets traded. Where I don't know. I'm nervous of his injury history. So to come to the Eagles, I would probably not like that trade, even though we're getting Christian McCaffrey. Um, but
I'm gonna say two teams. I'm gonna say Buffalo or San Francisco. That's my prediction. One of them two. I don't know who. Because they said that they made two offers. Two offers were made to them this weekend that was rejected. They didn't say the teams,
Right.
but I'm gonna say Buff, because I just think those are two teams that could use them the most. Is Buffalo and San Francisco.
Well, I
But
can tell
what
you,
is? But
Go ahead.
I just want to ask all y'all this: what is they hoping they can get for him, man? Like he's
The first
he's
round, I
like
think they want a first round pick.
but
No,
but
you're not
but
worth it.
he's like a 72 Coupe de Ville that's been in the body shop like 22 times out of like 25 years.
yeah, it's well. See, the thing is, like, I forget how old he is. He's still somewhat young, right? So he's still
Yeah, 20, 25, 20, maybe 26, 27, maybe. I don't even.
yeah. So he's still got some value due to his age. I mean, because you can't. I mean, his injury history is one thing, but his skill is something else. Like you can't
Right.
look past the skill. So he definitely has value, but what they value him at is completely different than what any of us value him at.
Yeah, because you're not bringing him in as a number one. I mean, you're not bringing him as like you bringing him in as a piece that can help you. Like Buffalo struggles to run the ball. We seen that with Josh Allen a couple weeks ago. We went through the ball 63 times. San Francisco just lost their number one running back a couple of weeks ago in Elijah Mitchell. So if you bring a Christian McCaffrey in to be able to give you maybe 15 to 20 touches or whatever in big moments, you know what I'm saying, especially the San Francisco offense, a Buffalo offense where he's not going to be like everybody can just zone in on him. I think he can be very impactful. He can be like that OBJ last year late in the season into the playoffs. He can have that kind of impact on Von Miller on the defensive side of the ball. He can have that kind of impact for a team that's vying for a championship. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
If he goes to Buffalo, for example, like you're looking at least a first round pick. Devin Singletary is going to be switching teams. They're going to move him to Carolina because you're not going to have him, Zach Moss, and Christian McCaffrey all in the same backfield. So I see that. I mean, I could see that. Like they'll want player back, and they're not going to just. I mean, I don't know. Do they trust Chuba Hubbard, their backup? Do they trust him to become the starting running back? Probably not. So they'll ask for a running back in return, and that'll probably be Singletary. But before I go, I want to give you my my thoughts with the Eagles game. I do see the Eagles winning tonight. I do, and I think it's going to be like a 35-17 win.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
look at Chris's face. I was waiting for that because I normally don't give score predictions. I normally don't, but I was like, the way the Eagles have been in the second half this year, if they have the lead, Sirianni's just going to put his foot on the throat and just go for it because he's going to want to make a statement. It's Dallas at home.
Okay.
What was that score?
35-17.
Why do you care, Steve?
Because I'm recording it and I write them all down
That's what
every
we're about
week.
to do anyway. We're about to go into predictions anyway for each game. So, Eric, you know me, I appreciate you coming on. We got your buddy here. So we about to go into all these predictions and break down each game off of predictions. So I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Anytime, guys, and it was awesome to talk to you guys again. Crystal, I know I didn't get to see you, but it was nice to hear your voice and talk to you.
Oh, you too.
All right, Steve-O, hey, buddy, I don't know what to say. You made a face at me the last time I saw you when I said the Phillies would make the playoffs. So
I told y'all the Braves were gonna win the division. Y'all told me I was crazy. That was back in August when I told y'all that.
Well,
Hold on, I sat there. And
y'all told me I was crazy.
Said the Mets were going to Met. The Mets were going to Met.
Yeah, you did. Your co-host that they told me I was crazy. It wasn't Eric. It was somebody else. They told me I was crazy. But
it definitely had to be Chris.
No, I said the Mets were going to Met.
Right,
I think he was with me. But I appreciate you guys. Now go win it all. Seriously, please don't let Soto go win it.
Oh, jeez. Well, guys, thank you very much for having me on. Sorry I got to run.
No problem, brother. Peace.
Right, peace out, guys. Bye-bye.
So, Steve, you got the scores up? I mean, the games up?
Yeah, I got them all printed out. Yep.
Honestly, if Philadelphia, if the Eagles win this tonight, Philadelphia might burn to the ground because
I believe it. Y'all on 10 right now. I believe it.
the Flyers are 2-0. The Phillies are in the NLCS. The Eagles could be 6-0 and just beat Dallas on primetime football, and the Sixers start Tuesday. The city isn't ready for this. We're not built for this yet.
It's gonna be all kind of crime and stuff going on this week.
When they told me the game was in Philadelphia this weekend, I seen the Eagles playing in Philadelphia. Then it seemed like you said the Flyers kicking off. I said the Braves are against all odds. Like, it ain't gonna be easy. I knew the city was gonna be buzzing from Thursday night on. So yeah.
Your boy Acuna checked out early.
Yeah, man. He I don't know.
Right.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah, I got a whole opinion on that, man. Yeah. So first game on the docket, man. You got San Francisco at Atlanta.
I'm gonna pick Atlanta because San Francisco got a lot of injuries today. They got a lot of injuries.
Let me see the injuries.
What you got, Jake? You picked yesterday. Yeah, you picked yesterday. You want to keep from yesterday? You want to change it?
What I said yesterday, bro?
You had Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Chris, what you got?
I'm going Atlanta because I always feel like that is Kyle Shanahan's kryptonite for some reason. Like he can't, like he always plays different. He just he forgets how to coach.
Every time we all go the same way on this show.
Don't worry, we're not all about to go the same way.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal. You saved me. Thank you.
Because I got 49ers.
Okay.
You got to give a score then. You got to
come on.
The other way.
What's the score, Crystal? Give me a score.
2017.
Now you believe in Jimmy G. Oh, good job.
There you go.
I believe in Debo. How about that?
You believe in Jimmy G. Because without Jimmy G, Debo can't get the ball. So
yeah, he can't even run out the backfield sometimes too, you know.
The Jimmy G Debo campaign. Okay.
You got New England at Cleveland.
Shoot.
I went with New England on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with New England. I'm just because of the Bill Belichick effect.
Okay, don't y'all pick New England, please. Thank you.
What? What?
What?
I was like that, Crystal?
Yeah, don't pick my team.
Oh man.
What we doing this morning, Crystal?
We don't need
to pick them.
She already
we definitely need to help pick them.
Now we doing this?
Somebody need to help pick them, Crystal, because Bill ain't been picking them.
Whatever.
Oh man.
I'm going.
Jacob, you ride with Cleveland? Where you going?
I'm going Cleveland.
Okay. Jacob, you still ride with Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm right with Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, that's a good ride. Take that ride.
Yeah, I'm right with Cleveland, man, because you know they can beat another football team. So
there y'all go, man. I got you with New England.
Yeah, I'm going with New England on this.
All right. The Jets at the Packers.
Of course you would go with New England, Daniel Snyder.
Whatever. What they got to do with it? Why I got to be Daniel Snyder? Don't put me in. No, don't do that to me. No, You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you said Jets.
I just believe in Jacoby Brissett the way you do.
Yeah, the Jets at the Packers. That's correct.
You said the Jets at the who?
Packers.
Oh, that's my upset of the day. Jets.
Is that really an upset? They just lost to the Giants last week.
Well, I mean,
Giants are actually a little legit though.
Yeah, I like the Jets.
It's still an upset though, bro, because you talking about Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson.
It's an upset because Packers at home.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's my upset of the day. That's my upset game of the day. Jets over Packers.
Where you going, Chris?
I'm gonna go Packers. I believe in Aaron Rodgers at home.
Chris, you said Packers?
Yeah. Packers as well. I don't even know. You keep saying Chris and Crystal. I don't know which one.
Oh yeah,
my bad.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Jacob, what you riding with? You still going with the Jets?
Yes, sir.
We got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. Chris, go ahead. Who you got?
The Jaguars.
Yeah, ain't nobody going with Matt Ryan. Huh?
Maybe Frank Reich isn't a great head coach that we all thought he was.
Right? Exactly. What you got, Icon?
Yeah, nah, y'all wrong for that, but nah,
We wrong.
I got. I mean, Indianapolis don't got no. He don't got no help over there. But Jonathan Taylor out too. So I got Jacksonville.
Y'all don't believe in Matt Ryan? What?
No, not without Jonathan Taylor. Hell no.
Crystal, what you got?
Yeah, I got Jaguars.
Jacob, what's up? You riding with Jacksonville, or you going with the Colts?
I'm still with Trevor Lawrence, bro. You know, that's my boy.
Uh-huh.
You know where he from, bro. Stop that, man.
We got Minnesota at the Dolphins.
Ooh, that's a tough
Two
one.
is still out, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Tua is still out. He not come back to week 7.
Because I think Dolphins playing with like the UPS guy this week still. So they ain't even got the
Yes.
second string. They got like the 5th string quarterback.
Well,
playing.
that man don't work for UPS, man. That man work for Office Depot. Stop them.
Well, either way, I'm going with Minnesota. I'm gonna go with First Cousin. He played like First Cousin last week, so I'm gonna give him First Cousin status again this week.
All right. Crystal, where you going?
I gotta go Vikings. Yeah.
Chris, where you going?
Vikings.
Jacob, you gonna stay with the pick?
Oh yeah.
He rode with Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
That two
Third
games.
cousin.
That
Oh,
two
third
games
cousin.
where everybody
Lord.
picked the same
Oh,
person.
Lord.
Everybody. Why
Oh,
Matt
we
Ryan?
good.
Why does Matt Ryan have a career game today?
Third cousin, man.
And then the Dolphins defense gonna show up. That's what I tell y'all.
Talking about a goat, that's the real goat when it comes to getting that bag, getting that money.
Kurt, oh yeah, Kurt, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Washington,
yeah.
Washington paid him with drug money up there, I believe, man.
Hey, Kirk Cousins need to be a sports agent when he retired. He know how to get that bag with it.
Yeah,
He know how to get that overpaid bag. He like the football quarterback or player version of Rich Paul, because Rich Paul know how to get you your money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't get it.
Me
neither, man. Because for him to make 35 million and up for years and years and years and years and years at the time, and you somebody fourth cousin, third cousin, and we can't call you first cousins, man. Listen, man.
They paid Jay Gruden all them years too. So it is what it is, right? The Cincinnati Bengals at the New Orleans Saints. Y'all know I'm not picking nothing.
I gotta go with Burrow. I'm going with my guy Burrow on this one.
Joe Blow, the lover, man. Joe Blow.
Chris, who you got?
I got Cool Joe.
He said, "Cool Joe." Okay.
Icon.
Oh, I got Cincinnati all day on this one.
Okay. Crystal, where you going?
We're starting to click a little bit.
Who they playing now?
It's the Bengals at the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals.
And you got to remember, New Orleans doesn't have a receiver. Michael Thomas is out, and so is Aglave.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no! They definitely yeah.
Wow.
I ain't no both.
Is Kamara playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
He really got going this year.
You might want to go ahead and play him today because I think he's gonna be suspended soon.
Right? He got lawsuits.
Yeah, he got some trouble brewing. Jacob, what's up? You going with the Saints or you going with the Bengals still?
Hey man, I gotta go with super cool, Tiger Stripe, suit wearing Joe. You know what I mean?
Another game, everybody picks.
Hey man, but how can you even go with the Saints, man? Like who's gonna be their receiver, man? You know, are you gonna hire one of the guys from the TV show Friends? I don't know, bro. Who's gonna be a receiver? Like they ain't got nobody, bro. They ain't got nobody.
I don't think Jarvis Landry is playing either. So yeah, you might be right.
Damn.
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
Come on, Steve. Let's go drive to New Orleans and suit up.
No,
I
bro.
get you play.
This hangover I got from the costume party. I'm good. I barely made it.
I can. If you do go to New Orleans, you can bring me some of the aged bourbon back. Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the New York Giants.
That might be a good game right now.
It is. Right? That's what I said.
Oh man, listen, man.
Now, Jacob, you went with the Giants. You gonna keep that or you change it?
I am,
Okay.
man. I think Saquon is gonna have a monster game, and I don't think that Daniel is bad as people make him out to be, man. Cause at least he hasn't looked like that this year. I can put it like that. You
He's
know,
not. He is not turned the ball over as much. I will give you that.
right,
Now,
right,
Doyle,
right. But
he still can't throw the ball worth that.
all I'm saying, you don't have to be a gunslinger, man, to throw the ball 70, 80 yards, bro.
Yeah, I
Like
got you. He can't even hit a 10-yard out or a 10-yard comeback though. Like
I can't say that. I can't say that, see,
okay, watch
because
the game. He throw it in the ground, bro. I'm watching the game. I'm telling you.
cause from what I seen when he played against the Packers, he was hitting his targets.
He's
So
good
I
with his
think that,
legs, man. If you get him on the move, you get him, you know what I'm saying, that like that 46 dump you love, he's excellent at that. Get him on the move, get his legs. He's a serviceable quarterback, but he ain't gonna lead you nowhere.
Well, I'm
oh
gonna
no,
tell you.
I ain't say he's gonna lead you to a Super Bowl, but he's not as the horrible as I have seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I've
agree.
seen
I agree.
way more horrible than he is.
Well, the problem is not even the Giants. The problem is Baltimore got too many demons. They got one because Lamar Jackson is he's overthinking, trying to play good to get this contract, and John Harbaugh has been out coaching his own damn self these last
And
few weeks.
overthrowing.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like John Harbaugh is like always trying to like he the smartest dude in the room by trying to make the wrong calls at the wrong time, and Lamar Jackson is like he's trying too hard at this point. So I just think Baltimore don't even know. They don't even have an identity to me right now, what they want to do a lot of time late in games. Where the Giants, their confidence is real high. So I'm just going to go with the Giants in this game till Baltimore figure it out.
Good, good, good.
Who you going with?
I'm going with the Ravens. I'm
Why?
going with Lamar. I think Lamar gonna run all over them because when they
I
don't
can't.
know what to do, I do agree with you about Harbaugh. He's been making some coaching mistakes at the end of the game, but usually it's left up to what Lamar want to do, and usually
I
it's
was
run the
about to say
ball.
that. Yep.
It's usually just let Lamar run
Mm-hmm.
the ball. He ain't got but one receiver he throw to, and that's Andrews.
Yeah.
That's his
That's it.
trusty hands. That's the only one he got this he can rely on. Just run the ball. I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
with
they
the
don't even
Ravens.
score they don't score in the second half. They light you up in the first half, and in the second half they forget how to play football
Well,
on
they
both
scored
sides
on
of the
us
And
in
ball.
the second half.
Huh?
They
then
scored on us in the
I can
second
tell
half.
you what I can tell you what the Ravens problem is. The Ravens problem is like, why would you not use the two set tight end that was effective for you? That's what got you to the far in the playoffs. Y'all was using that two set tight end.
When they
You
went
know,
for the playoffs.
they was what like they didn't go to the Super Bowl, but they got past the second round.
Was Lamar there?
Yeah, Lamar was there.
Okay. I ain't being funny. I'm really asking. I ain't being
No,
funny.
I
I'm
mean, you
telling
only
them
won
I'm
one
going for it.
playoff game. I see what Jacob's saying. Like, their success overall has come from the two set tight end. I mean, they've only won one. They've only got to the second round. They haven't got to the AFC Championship game yet.
Right.
But I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so he kind of went away from that, and it was effective, but then again they was like they didn't make it to that championship game, because when the team teed in on the tight ends, he didn't have a receiver that really could catch the ball, because Hollywood Brown was dropping the ball like somebody had put some STP gas treatment on his hand or some WD-40. So you know what I mean.
Okay. So who you got?
Chris, who you got, Chris?
I got the Ravens. I think, like you said, Lamar's playing for that bag. When you look at the Vegas and you look at the money line, it's leaning towards, the Giants. Like that money line keeps going up and up and up, and that's just, if you go back and you just look at the history of betting, it doesn't bode well for the other team when everybody bets the money line on that one team. I think Lamar's going to have himself a game. Like you said, the two tight end set is what they thrive off of, and need to go back to it. Run the ball, and hit a little RPO. And the Giants haven't really played a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, and they're playing good. They're good. They're playing good playing good football. It comes down to coaching. I said in the beginning of the year, I said Dallas was going to win the division. The Eagles are going to be a close second, and I was like, it's the Giants are going to surprise a lot of people based on coaching. Still waiting for Daniel Jones. Giants fans are holding their breath with Daniel Jones. He's going to make a boneheaded mistake. It's inevitable. But we don't know when, but I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Steve.
We got Tampa at Pittsburgh.
Oh, hey, we ain't got to talk about that.
Nobody feel like Pittsburgh can upset Tampa?
No, stop it.
We got.
And Tampa ain't even that good, man.
I think there's another game everybody gonna go left on. Carolina at the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford ain't look too good, but
Shoot,
I wouldn't go with Baker Mayfield in a high school Nerf football game. No,
Baker ain't playing, bro.
Oh, that's right. Then he got
been
benched
the
already. Figure that.
Yeah, PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
PJ
Right,
Walker.
give him a chance to win the game because of PJ Walker. That's a damn shame.
You want me? So you going with Carolina?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
I ain't going that far.
I got one for Arizona at Seattle. Anybody believe in Eagles?
Seattle might beat them.
Yeah.
No.
D-Hop gonna be back next week though.
Yeah.
D-Hop back this week. D-Hop back this week.
Nah, he'll be out for 6 games.
I thought he had 5 games suspended.
No, 6 games. He got 1 more game. Yeah.
Anybody like Gino or Seattle? Anybody like Gino?
Gino. Gino been on fire lately. I'm
Seattle. That's gonna be my upset. I'm gonna go Seattle.
I'm gonna go with old Gino this week.
Oh, Crystal and Ika. Okay.
Gino Subs. I'm gonna go with old Gino Subs.
So what is Seattle's record? You said they've been on fire?
No, I said Gino been on fire. He said Seattle been on fire. I said Gino been playing pretty good.
Okay.
Chris, what you got?
On fire for him. Now I ain't saying he no MVP. I'm just saying he on fire for him.
I got Arizona.
Yeah, I think everybody else except for Crystal and Ika went with Arizona.
Yeah, I just
Well, I just gotta pick a little,
I think that taste that they had, that loss was bad, and it just wasn't a good loss for Arizona last week. Kyler's got to be a little bit more alert when he starts his slide, and they wanted to blame the kicker, but if you go back and you look at the replay, Eagles player Trayvon Williams actually got his hand on it.
Oh, he blocked.
Which makes sense because the way that looked like he was kicking to someone in the stands. He wasn't kicking it to.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Like it deflected, and you go back and you look at the replay and you break it down. It definitely looks like he got his hand on it, and it went like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
It was like watching Blair Walsh kick for the Vikings.
Yeah.
But I think Arizona, they get themselves to 500. I wouldn't be shocked if they won because Geno Smith is balling, but I got to go Arizona. And Seattle doesn't have a running game. They lost their running back last week. It broke his tibia.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Rashad Penny.
Arizona wins with their new slot receiver, Chris Paul.
What?
Crazy, man. Buffalo at Seattle. I mean Kansas City.
Kansas City all day.
That's the best game right there.
All day.
That is the actual game of the week right there. That's
Yeah.
Hey,
I got it.
I'm always go with my homeboy until you prove me otherwise.
I just could never go with Buffalo on this, Steve, man, because I just keep playing in my mind the bad coaching display when we can just call Patrick Mahomes now what we can just call him Mr. 13 seconds. I mean, like I don't know, man. Like
what was the bad coaching? They just didn't win the flip. Like what was the bad coaching? He didn't win the coin flip.
So you don't think it was no bad play calling down through the stretch on Buffalo end?
No.
I don't recall it being so. I'm not saying it's not.
I don't remember it.
He's talking about the 13 seconds where they gave up that touchdown or whatever in 13 seconds. That was kind of ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That was like
they was in a quarters defense. The man made. I'm with y'all.
I just think Mahomes is better.
I just
you
don't.
don't
Yeah,
really-
I don't see how
you
you.
don't
I don't see how
really
you
see
stop.
football.
You can't stop great offense. You can't. If he's throwing into windows that he's not supposed to be able to throw into when you're
But
in
you
a
don't normally
prevent
see that in
defense.
the NFL. You see that in college football. Like you seen it all day yesterday in college football. But you don't really see that in NFL. That you very
I
No,
agree.
not at all.
Mahomes is very rare. I agree. You do not
Yeah.
see that every day.
Yeah, but
he
college
is
football,
fucking
you see it every weekend. Like college football is ridiculous how you see this. You see somebody with 20 seconds go down the field and get a field goal or a touchdown.
Well, the clock stop on every first down. So if you get first down, clock stop, spike. First
But
down, clock
it's a
stop,
lot
spike.
of bad coaching and scheming in college football, especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's just terrible. You know what I mean? I was watching it, even that Tennessee game yesterday was terrible. I was like, well, I don't know what Tennessee was doing on defense half the time. But anyway, that's I regress. Go ahead.
What you got, Chris?
I got Buffalo. Buffalo all
Yeah,
day.
me too. I went with Buffalo.
Huh?
Yeah,
Me too. Yeah.
I think Josh Allen's on a mission this year.
Man,
I don't think this game will be
I
close
mean-
as people think it. It'll be a high scoring game. I think they'll pull it away at the end by 2 touchdowns. I think Buffalo win by 2 touchdowns.
Oh wow.
Like I said,
I
somebody
just-
prove me wrong, somebody
I-
beat my homeboy
yeah.
in his conference like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. I don't see.
I don't-
Isn't this the
I don't
first
even-
time that he hadn't been favored at home?
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yeah, he's not. He's a
They
two.
keep
Well, they
doubting
2.5 underdog at home.
They keep
I
doubting
mean-
that man. Keep
I
doubting
mean-
him. I'm glad. Keep
I don't
doubting.
think it has anything to do with him, but the defense. Can you name one defensive player from outside of Chris Jones? Can you name one defensive player on that team?
But haven't the defense been playing like top 10 football?
Yeah, I don't want to hit none of that. They playing against Buffalo today. They've been playing against Russell Wilson. They've been playing against Josh Allen. Russell Wilson. Who else in their division is trash? Justin Herbert was hurt when they played, and then they played against the Raiders. And they played it.
He on the field. He hurt.
No, he got knocked out the game. That's the
Justin
game he
Herbert?
got knocked out. He got knocked out.
Yeah, he messed his ribs up.
Yeah, they knocked his
the
rib.
last 2 minutes.
What?
When he get knocked out the game, like the last minute of the game? Did he play the whole game? Didn't he play like 59 minutes? Or
I
whatever?
know we ain't talking about no Justin Herbert, bro. I'm not sold on him, bro. I'm
And
gonna tell you.
they played the Raiders too. The Raiders.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. And Chris, this is my opinion on him. These sports commentators, these sports analysis have put him up here, and he ain't did nothing yet to prove anything.
Hold on, Jay. We ain't got to the Chargers yet. They coming up. Hold on. We ain't got there. We ain't got to the Chargers. hold on. We gonna get there. Give me one. We gonna get there. But Buffalo, back to Buffalo though, for real. Buffalo legit, man. You can't stop. You can't stop them, and their defense is way better than Kansas
I'm
City.
not saying it out legit. I just got to see them beat Kansas City. Until they beat Kansas City, I'm going with Kansas City.
Yeah, they ain't did
Okay,
it.
cool.
Right.
I'm picking Buffalo.
And
Yeah.
you had made the
Let's go.
comment you haven't seen anybody in this conference, beat Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow beat Patrick
I mean, I get you in that game, but I'm saying on a consistent basis. What I mean, consistently beat him like he's dominated. He's been like the LeBron of the AFC the last few years.
There you go. There you go.
So Steve,
He's got one
we
championship.
Hold on,
can't
Chris
say.
talking. Hold on.
I'm sorry, Chris. My bad, man. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, and he's got one championship in how many seasons? I was like, so I love the comparison. I'm tired of the Patrick Mahomes love. He's a phenomenal player. We know this,
But
no, If I hear another stat about if he throws 4 more touchdowns, he's going to break Troy Aikman's record. It was a different era. I don't care about records in the 90s.
but nobody's got a better. Nobody in history, Chris.
Kermit the Frog Hawkins. He annoys me.
Nobody in the first 4 or 5 seasons, I think 4 seasons, has have a better statistical and basically a success level than Patrick Mahomes in their first 4 or 5 seasons. Nobody, no quarterback, not even Tom Brady has had the level of success that Patrick Mahomes have had statistical wise and getting to championship games and Super Bowls.
I don't know about that one. I might challenge.
I'm telling you, they talk about the stats every week.
I got you. The
You
stats
right,
you might be right, but the
right,
championship,
Keep Brady out
Russell
there,
Wilson,
But Russell Wilson ain't had the type of numbers. He might have got to the Super Bowl.
I just said that. I just said he got the stats, but he did have the ring, and he had been to the championship 2-3 times
But
in his
what I
first few
said,
years.
what you heard, what I said with the stats and the success level and getting too deep in the playoffs, like both. It's a lot of you could easily say Russell Wilson was a game manager when they was winning Super Bowls with Legion of Doom. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Come on. But anyway, what's the next game?
Dallas at Philly.
I got Philly.
I'm gonna have Philly, but it's gonna be low scoring. I don't think it's gonna be no shootout. I think it's gonna be kind of like 20-16 type game.
I'm going with Philly. Jacob, you still ride with your 28-21 Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, what you got?
Wait, 28-21 Dallas?
That's what he said.
Yep.
28-21 Dallas.
That's what he said. I just wrote it down. You see why I write this stuff down?
That's what I said.
They haven't scored 28 points all season, and they're going to do it tonight. Okay, I'll respect it. I mean, I'm still going with the 27-20 Eagles. Like Icon said, it's not going to be a shootout. And if it does get into a shootout, I don't think it's good for Dallas. That's just my opinion because of the quarterback play.
I just think the defense had 2 scores and the offense had 2 scores. That's it.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
So a guy who's turned the ball over 2 times is going to turn it over twice tonight.
Okay.
That's what we're going with.
That's what we're going with because, like I said before, man, y'all ain't played defense like Dallas defense.
And you ain't played a defense or an offense. The Eagles are the all-around better team. Let's be realistic. The Eagles are the all-around better team. And I know he's there. So this is going to go back to it. You take Mike and Parsons out of the equation, you guys are a pedestrian team. You're not 4-1.
But Chris, I expect you to be a hater because I don't people in the city of Philadelphia hate so much, including my family members.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
People in the city of Philadelphia are primetime haters, including my family members.
But what do you mean by primetime hate?
They like if it's anybody else in the NFC East division, they gonna hate.
It's called a rivalry for a reason.
Yeah. So I mean, your opinion is your opinion. Okay.
I just don't understand how you come up with a two. The defense is going to get 2 turnovers off a guy who's committed 2 turnovers. And if you go back and you look at the game tape, he's probably had 4 bad passes all season.
Okay.
And I don't want to hear.
So now y'all believe in him when y'all was trashing him last year, but now you believe in him. Okay. And Jalen we trust. And Jalen we trust. Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Comes down to coaching, and I think coaching's going to win this game. Mike McCarthy is he's a decent coach. I just think Nick Sirianni right now is a better head coach. He's got the weapons. He's using the weapons. The only time I really questioned Sirianni was last week when A.J. Brown had 7 targets in the first half and then didn't see the ball the rest of the game. Other than that, you talk about your defense, and the Eagles run a lot of screens, and Dallas is a little susceptible to it. So if Micah Parsons isn't covering Dallas Goedert, who's tackling Dallas Goedert one-on-one on a tight end screen when he's running down the sideline?
Nobody.
Like, you got to make a decision as a human being. I got to
get out of here, man. Like if you say AJ or your other receiver, but this is the guy we talking about. It's like Allen Iverson said. Oh, we talking about practice.
He on my fantasy team. He's pretty good.
Dallas Goedert is a very underrated tight end. Yeah, I'm not talking about A.J. Brown. I'm not talking about Devontae Smith or Quez Watkins. I'm talking about Dallas Goedert, who could be the X factor. Who's tackling him one-on-one in a screen? Because Micah Parsons is becoming at the quarterback. We know this.
And we talking about practice. Okay.
Is Gainesville healthy, Chris?
Everybody's healthy. Everybody's healthy.
I like Gainesville to have a big game tonight. I know Sanders is the man, but Gainesville is my guy. If it was me, I'd be starting games for every game, and I'd be making sure he got at least 15 to 18 touches.
Now you believe in Philly, Steve. Good
No,
job.
I know the team, bro. My wife watches football. She into football. Like he's deep.
Listen,
So
I like
know the team.
Gainwell, but he shouldn't be touching the ball 18 times.
You don't think so?
He's a better slot in me. He's a better slot wide receiver.
You don't like him out of the backfield? I like him coming out of the backfield.
Listen,
Now, I ain't saying a lot. You know, you watch more than me, so I'm gonna take your word for it.
So and I think the X factor for Dallas is going to be Tony Pollard. So if we can contain Tony Pollard, and if
you don't think Noah Brown, because Noah Brown been eating like slick. Now, Noah Brown and Cooper Rush got that third string connection type thing.
Yeah, I just think Tony Pollard's an X factor. You saw what he did last week.
Yeah,
he's Tony Pollard's the starting running back in Dallas next year.
Okay.
Or Atlanta. But yeah, we'll Denver Broncos at the Los Angeles Chargers. Jacob, what's up? What you got? Since you don't believe in Justin Herbert, who you going with? Russell Wilson Monday night?
I definitely ain't going with Russell Wilson, man. Russell Wilson is playing like he grew up with the bad news bears. So I definitely ain't going with him. But I don't believe in all the hype when it comes to Herbert. I'll let Crystal keep hyping him up and campaigning for him.
Wow.
But yeah, I think that Herbert, I think he's a decent quarterback, and I think the Broncos too bad for anybody to pick them. So, I guess I'll go with the Chargers, man. But this is not a game that I really care anything about at all.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Jacob. I think it's the lesser of the two evils. I think Justin Herbert is extremely overrated, and Russell Wilson is in decline. So I just feel like at this point, I'm gonna go with the Justin Herbert just because I think he got a better overall team or whatever. But and then Denver can't score in a phone booth right now. So I'm going with the Chargers.
I can't believe y'all disrespect Justin Herbert like that. But anyways.
I don't know. He overhyped.
Well, Justin Herbert, he gets Keenan Allen back this week. So that should be a plus for him. He's been out with a hamstring for 6 weeks or 5 weeks rather, or something like that. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, but I hate watching Russ. I mean, Russie is hurt too, unless they just put that out to whatever. But I do think he's hurt, that he has some type of injury because he looks terrible, like absolutely terrible. And there's no reason for him to have the decline from last year to the way that he looks this year. It has to be something. You don't just fall off the cliff like that.
They
Like,
say
you don't just fall off the cliff.
they say O'Gore don't like them.
Hold on, Chris. What did he do last year?
No, I'm not saying, I'm not talking about wins and losses. I'm just talking about the way he looked, like the way he's strong.
Okay.
The way, you know what I'm saying? Like this year, he just looks terrible. They are dropping a lot of passes, but
you talking
he
about
also
sort of
looks
how Brady looked lost out there.
Oh,
How
whoa. Keep Brady's name out your mouth. He's 45.
how Brady do look lost out there though, man. Brady look like that. Brady look like he
got
ready.
woman issues. Like he get mad on every play. Like he just look like he.
Brady look like he ready to drive that.
He like
that old
Didn't he just
car
throw
that he
for
picked up
over
off a cliff.
300 yards? Didn't he just throw for over 300 yards?
Okay.
No. Okay. I didn't know. I
He
didn't
kicking
know.
players like Draymond, and you know what I'm saying. Like he just he loses.
Draymond.
That's what I'm saying. He got fined for kicking a player that sacked him last week. They're trying to kick him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
so
did. He kicked him twice.
$11,000.
He kicked him twice too. Let me throw that out there. He kicked the man twice. They only fined him once. He hit him twice.
He should have been suspended.
Oh my God! Nobody being suspended for that, please.
Yeah, he should have.
Well, he should have been suspended because he's Brady. Get out of here.
Exactly. Why he gets suspended? But anyway,
Chris, give me your pick. Who you got?
I gotta go Chargers. I think the Broncos would rather have Russell Westbrook at quarterback at this point than Russell Wilson. It doesn't look good in Denver. It really doesn't.
Quick question. So it don't look good. Who goes first, the player or the coach?
Oh, you know the coach going. They pay that man $1 billion.
But if you look horrible like that, though, I mean, you don't look fixable. That's what I'm saying.
The coach is going before he go. He get paid $500 million. You know what I'm saying? He can pay like $250 million.
And let's be realistic. That guy Hackett looks like a moron.
I don't know how did he get that job? Like
he sound like a moron when he be in press conferences. He sound even worse in the press conference.
All right, guys. So last game will be the Thursday night game. Saints at the Cardinals.
Hold on, Steve. Before you say this, let me ask Chris something real quick. Hey, Chris, I can remember when they had this Russell Wilson trade going to Denver, right? You know, and so many of my friends and family members, homeboys, they was like, man, they would hit my messengers, they would hit my text messages. Man, you see what just happened? Oh, man, Denver gonna do this. Listen, bro. I said, bro, listen. We don't know what they're gonna do. He ain't took a snap in Denver yet. I said, don't be surprised if it don't work. And it ain't been working. I don't, like Chris said, I don't know if he got some injuries that we don't know about or what's going on with him, man, but he definitely don't look like the same guy. He look like a guy who ain't never touched a football in his life.
Sierra is not happy in Denver.
But we don't care about that. Chris, do you think that he's hurt?
Absolutely. He's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
See, talking about Chris said we don't care about that.
She been praying that Russell Wilson prayer, then talking about she don't care. It's all good.
What's the last game, man?
Go ahead, Chris. I heard you wanted to say it. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna act like that. We got company.
we got
company, so I ain't acting like that.
We got Saints at Cardinals. That's Thursday night. The Thursday night game. Saints at the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Cards.
Anybody else going Saints? Anybody going once, twice, three times?
You know I'm happy.
You know what? I'll go Saints because it's a Thursday night game. You don't know what you're getting.
You never know. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. We've been having some terrible.
Is it gonna be on Amazon Prime?
Yep.
12-9, 12-9, and then 12-7. Like
terrible.
It's
hey.
Take the under. Take the under.
I don't even watch Thursday night games, man. I don't watch it like that, but sometimes I peek at my phone because I have the Dope Food Sports on my phone where I can see every game. You know what I mean? So I don't really particularly watch Thursday because I think this is trash on these Thursday nights, man. You like get out of here, man. Like and the game's just been on Thursday night. I'm like, I might as well go to a high school JV game.
Well, the only reason why we get the games we do on Thursday night because in the NFL contract, whatever contract, the TV contract they have, every team in the NFL has to play, I think, one Thursday night game. That's the only reason why they have these terrible games because they have to put every single team on Thursday night at least once.
I think it's on Thursday.
They ain't got to put them against another terrible
team. I heard him say that a couple of weeks ago on one of the NFL shows that they have to have every team has to play at least one game. That's why we get every single team on NFL on Thursday night. But anyway, I want to appreciate TV Sports, my man Chris and Eric for coming on this morning or whatever. So anytime y'all want to come on or whatever, y'all more than welcome. And I appreciate y'all time.
As long as they have to brave loss.
Let's just watch some football this morning, man, brothers and sisters. And y'all have a blessed day and see y'all next week.
All right.
Thanks, Chris. Thank y'all.